Hi. So we're out, and the coronavirus thing going on, and we just left. Excuse me. We just left Chick-fil-A.
I just want to say,
What you want to say?
that motherfucking Chick-fil-A sandwich that they got up in there. Now, I know y'all got to be careful out here during coronavirus, right? And you got to be careful. But this motherfucking sandwich right here, this God-given sandwich right here, them people prayed over this. You hear me? They prayed over this before them heavenly hands prepared this here bird.
Mm-hmm.
They prayed. Before they handed it to me, they prayed again. And as I left out of the parking lot, they prayed for me on my exit. That is the Chick-fil-A way. Now, if you're gonna eat anywhere in public during this crisis, now you eat at Chick-fil-A. Okay. When I bit into this sandwich, I felt the spirit into my being. You hear me?
You felt it what?
I felt the spirit into my being.
Mind you, Chick-fil-A was wrapped twice, so there was
Wrapped twice, and I waited patiently.
You did.
You know why I waited? It wasn't even me. It was the Father's prayer that they had placed around the establishment. Everybody looked relaxed. Did you see anybody look upset that they had to wait in that line? Everybody was so kind and patient.
I was.
You was over it. You wasn't being led by the Spirit when we was up at that Chick-fil-A.
But it was cute. Thanks for my lemonade. No coronavirus.
Did it taste like it was blood going down your throat?
Yeah.
So if you said you had a deep throat and you went at a large, that's what you told me back up at the thing.
That's what I did say that. So it is a blessing going down my windpipe at this moment. Yeah, but we were out. There was the coronavirus, Ryan.
Okay.
And what you got planned for today?
Well, I got what?
Planned for today.
I got to do some videos. Actually, I'm gonna do a behind the bench.
Okay.
Me and Bay. And I gotta do some green screen stuff.
You say my daddy!
I sure hope so. Why my camera?
Because your phone is hot and it's hot right here by this stuff. We're gonna have to do this again. Because the sun is here, so it's even on your phone.
Oh, that's what's going on right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that behind the bench. I got right here the second one, and then I gotta do some green screen stuff for the YouTube channel for you folks, because I got some new content coming your way. So hey guys, like, share, subscribe, them kind of videos, all that kind of good stuff. Do that today.
And we're in the second area, so the connection is.
Connection might get a little trash.
How long are you gonna be over here? Are you gonna be over here for a good bit, or you got something? Are you in a rush to?
We're going to be time effective. It's time effective. It's probably at the end.
I know that about the next thing. Oh, I know that. Hey, you know that? I know that shit is all type of wet, and in the middle, it's just kind of in the middle of it. It's just kind of not a nice, quite fragrant there.
You don't think so?
Especially if you put on lotion and stuff, you wipe the lotion in the crack of your, you just.
Well, I don't feel like you're supposed to do that.
What, What?
You're not supposed to put lotion in between your butt cheeks.
Why?
Because it's going to sweat.
But I know, but sometimes people want to smell good.
That ain't going to smell good.
After the fact, but when you in the lotion, when you in there croaking
you
the
can't
ocean.
do that unless you about to go straight from the lotion into somebody putting their face in it. But if you start walking, why are you going to cover your fucking face?
That's so me. Yes.
You know I ain't got no Rona. I ain't been nowhere but in the house. Now, they told me you've been out here in them motherfucking streets.
I ain't been out here. I've just been from one house to one house.
That means you've been with different people.
Oh, listen,
I don't know who them
though.
people been around. So now you
I ain't
now you done exposed me to all
Now you just called.
30 people that been around. Them people you've been around.
Here he go.
My call.
Well,
Only things I call from is my food hit my windpipe and the blunt hit my windpipe. Yeah, that was the food.
So that's the part before we go into the bushes.
Now we know what you said about your windpipe.
Don't worry about it. That's why I didn't call. But
that nigga he done finished his whole drink, ain't had not near a brain freeze. It took us 5 minutes to get back. He wasn't lying, y'all. One line. Okay.
Well, I had them.
Yeah, what?
Well, we're going to have to do this again. You're going to have to save this and upload this.
Oh, you think the signal is trash?
I'm just saying you're going to have to save it. We're going to have to do this again.
I'm trying to get like y'all.
What?
And stay up on my YouTube
and
stuff like that.
And I tell everybody who has a YouTube channel and who's out there trying to grow their YouTube channel, stay up on your YouTube channel. Because the more you there and the more people fuck with you, the more they're going to tell people, oh, just watch
y'all fuck with me. Y'all fuck with me, right?
Watch that video. And if y'all come in this video, what's your avatar? Like, the crown thing? No.
Still figuring this out, y'all. I'm trying to. Oh, my God. Father God. Oh, yeah, you don't forget my tag numbers, goddammit. Oh. My God, today. Oh. Hey, over.
Y'all please.
What happened?
She's terrorizing me.
Is he? I'm on live.
What she did? She needs to stop moving.
We just got in here.
Girl,
She just started.
you know how she get girl. She get garage and speed. It's wrong. That was your murder.
What she said?
Girl, it's garage and speed. Girl, she not right now. She out of whack. She trying to line her in. Please. Y'all walk on this. We just all right, walk on this. 10 feet slow. 6 So what you gonna do?
You want to smoke?
Well, we probably have to go out.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about her? Well, open the door now. Let's open the door so that she can't hear it.
Yeah. Walk like David.
Down, babe. You got the key? Oh, it's in here already. I want to sit y'all down.
Hi y'all, we back. And like I said, we was out on the coronavirus. We went to Chick-fil-A, and Chick-fil-A was wrapped price. Like I said, I never really get a chance to chill with my pops, so I guess he's chilling with me for a moment in time. I really want
his mukbang. He ain't even mention it.
This is what it's really about. We're gonna do this. We already established this when you called me the other day, and you got on me. I was like, oh my God, it wasn't nothing like that. But see, I shouldn't have to tell the people that. The people should already know. What she said?
She said you cute.
I look kind of rough because I don't have a haircut. After this coronavirus shit is over, I should have a haircut. But I wanted to sit down and do a key session with him, but we couldn't sit down and do a key session because he don't feel like filming all that. That's what I'm saying. I need a little one-on-one of his time. Yeah, girl, Bonnie, yeah, Bonnie with Daddy. But Miss Gwen, you back, girl. But why you did that face, Miss Gwen? Because you came back in here because I was looking for you. I heard you bitches was looking at me. Yeah, Georgia is kind of semi-shut down. Would you say it's like...
We got like a light shutdown.
It looks like a light shutdown.
Like, stuff open, it just closed early.
Yeah, I'm Bonnie with my daddy, y'all. Is that my daddy? Oh, okay.
What happened?
I gotta look for a design for that shot. You ain't nothing, I really wanna talk about it. Do you got anything else you wanna talk about? Are you holding up to the coronavirus? See, that's the only thing I hate about it. You can't see it, like.
Oh, they said the audio in the car was horrible.
Wash your hands, David.
Oh no. Hey Tiffany. Hey Raquel. What's up, Kevin? Rafi.
Hey y'all, I'm Bonnie with my daddy.
What's up, Nick?
Oh,
jerk you a little bit. Ooh.
This is Daddy's daughter time. Daddy and his daughter. With a Z, daughter.
Oh, I forgot to bring that shit out there.
We're gonna go back to lunch. Yeah, what's up, y'all? What's up? This is a Chi and David day. Let me tell that so y'all can see me. Like I said, this is a Chi and David's day. So I'm chilling with my dad. I never really get the chance to see him like that. So today we just having a bonding day. He came over here to work with TS
Only because
and
they
Oliver.
live so goddamn far.
And then even though when I do go to the city, I do call a bitch phone answer their phone. So
when? Well, it probably was like 1.5 times.
5, 4, 5, 6,
Lies. The lies that you were telling.
Yes. I'm so excited. So since I'm bonding with my dad, Do you like my new Chi Gang thing logo thingy?
I do. I like the shirts a lot.
And I got some other things I want to show you. I got a thing that says Chi University.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cute. Let me show you right now. And like I told you, somebody put me onto that website.
Change this text. For what? I don't know.
Why not the School of the Key?
I not that I don't like what it says. Change the font.
Oh, change the font out here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I like the shirt. Like the design. I like that.
But it's gonna say do not disturb me, like a do not disturb me sign. But it's gonna say do not disturb me, and then it's gonna say this.
I have to see it.
Okay.
I like that. Simple. Still like that.
Okay. Yeah.
I like that one that you showed me with the lips and the really.
So that's next. So then I'm gonna have two versions.
I like that other one you showed me too.
I'm gonna have the two versions of the Chi Gang shirt. So it's gonna be that first Chi Gang shirt like that, and then the next Chi Gang shirt is gonna be with the lips with the.
Oh, you smoke games too? I like games. They burn slow. And I'm a little tall up here in the front.
Yeah, I know you're coming. Yeah, but that's all I've been doing, working on my YouTube and doing shit like that. That's what I'm telling you, you got to stay more active on your YouTube channel. You got to stay more busy. You got to stay more. You go live? Go live, or you're gonna get your point.
Oh yeah, I'm about to start doing that anyway. I mean, I spent so much time on Facebook Live over the years.
And then Facebook really went
and then all it takes is for one person who can't take me to just report something stupid, and they'll block me. And what they'll report is like me in my Under Armour or something that's like really not actually doing anything wrong. And then I'll be blocked for 30 days, and I don't have time for that, to be disconnected from my following for 30 days because of some simple shit. So, YouTube, let's go. Oh, because she might hit me with. But YouTube, let's go. Let's get out there.
Yeah, promote your shit. You know what I mean? I send my shit over there. I just need you to promote it for me. You know?
Not a problem.
Post it for me.
From real shit. Actually, you might not need to.
Post it for me. Do shit like that. You know, because like I said, we should support one another, not just me and you, but
everybody.
Every entrepreneur out there.
As long as somebody hustling, handling their business for themselves, it should be no issue to support somebody else. You should just respect the hustle on other people, for real, for real. I see somebody trying to handle some shit for themselves. There's a bunch of people out here I see that's not doing shit. You understand? That's not trying to do nothing. So when I see somebody trying to, it'd be like, just out of the simple fact you making an effort, let me see how I can help.
You know, that's one you gotta stay more active. You gotta always stay more active on YouTube. All your shit.
I got some stuff. I mean, I do so much talking and thinking and all the whole nine. I got quite a few little programs that I'm going to be doing. That's why I really made sure I got up here to do this green screen today, to kind of have all the components I need to just say, fuck it, start this week or whatever. But just a lot of different types of conversation. I want to do this kind of, one of the things I want to do, I will sit more in the background of, where I want to bring people on. Remember I said I wanted to do that with you, talk a little more deeply. Where kind of like an honesty hour, like but in a vulnerable sense, where people share aspects of their story that they typically don't talk about.
You do with me, I done said all my shit openly already.
But it brings forth a different thing because what I want to do is, I believe that I have a little bit of a gift as it relates to giving advice and input, and bringing some clarity to situations. So let people share things, and we kind of come to some resolution of some sort, even if it's simplistic and something that might have happened, and kind of getting what was the purpose of that experience in your life, or how did that bring you something positive, or something like that. But where you share someone's deep story, and whoever watched that, outside of them just learning about what was Chi-Chi's experience, It's more about I heard Chi-Chi's story and what was a gem I can take from his experience that like I can learn something from, and do kind of like a thing like that. So that'd be a bit more serious than like playful content where it's like funny and lighthearted, but do different things. Of course, I want to do sit downs when I'm talking with people and we just have good conversations as well.
Because I really want my key sessions to be like on the streets, like when shit start opening back up and like people start going to the club, like before they get into the club, we'll do a little small little 15-minute key session. Girl, you look cute, girl, girl. Go and take my shit to the streets and be, more interactive with people like ourselves, like the LGBT people, my straight friends or whatever, the straight people who I know do some shit with the straight, but my shit would mainly just be for like because nobody really like support the gays or look out for the gays. We mostly look out for ourselves. So I would try to do my stuff like that. Then like when I have my little straight, like when my straight friends call me like, oh, I want to sit down and just to hear from their perspective and our perspective because we all have different perspectives. Absolutely. So and then I just been learning. Go ahead. Learning how not to just give a fuck and learning how to just keep doing your own thing. That's why I'm telling David, bitch, keep pushing because, you do have times where you don't want to do nothing at all. And he's already out there. He is already, big social media person. And so, bitch, just use what you got. Like, because he really got a nice potential, but he just got to keep pushing himself to his best potential. But he'll get it because when I first started off, like I explained in my stories or on my journey to where I'm going, it gets rocky, and yeah, you have to stay consistent, and it gets rocky, and some days you have your good days, some days you don't, you have bad days, but you got to keep pushing yourself. So that's why I get on my platform and I tell people to push yourself no matter what. Sometimes you feel like you don't want to do it. Let them people see, what I'm saying, that you out here really trying to make a difference. Because like I said, this key session, I want that bitch to be on the street, for my, my gay and straight people out there, but it will be mainly for the gays because, the gays have more fun. Straights have fun too, but the key session will be just mainly for us. And then, like if I do like an open forum with some of my straight friends or like I host like a little gathering or something, like, because what I really, really, really want to do, I really want to host a club, like an MC on the mic.
Can I get in trouble for this?
Well, what's on live? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But that's what I want to do. I want to host some shit. Like if I host an event at the club, you'll come? Yeah, because that's how I get this shit from.
Absolutely.
But that's what I really want to do. I like to want to MC some shit, make it fun, comical, shit like that.
I'll be there.
That's what I really want to do, though. Bartend, Thank you, Luna and Scorpio. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. They stay consistent on your shit. I just was just saying that you're more social, that you're more in the light of the social, and that you just sometimes you got to use that to your advantage.
Yeah, I have to get. I guess I'm in that, but I don't actually socialize enough. Right. I'm getting more out there and being more social.
Thank you.
I think I've come a bit of a ways from the time that I even met you from.
Yeah, you opening up. Yeah, you opening up, and I see that. Like because at first I always thought you was a shady girl.
No, I wasn't shady. I was just very inward.
Just in my eyes, I always thought you was a shady bitch. I'm just being real since you just. So this is gonna be, even though it's gonna be on dating. Who is that girl? Like girl. I said she always let these. This is what I'm thinking in my head, girl. I'm just being real. I said she always let these punks come over here, girl. But who's her? It was a distance, but I know that y'all was talking, y'all was being in communication for a while, and I know like y'all, like y'all really, really be, having conversations. So at person, I was and then I got to know you, and then you started coming over more. Then you started opening up more, and then like, cause when the girls first come over here, some of the girls always just be, like already,
like
a girl, right.
Did you feel like I was uptight when I first came here?
Not uptight.
Well,
I just felt like you did.
Well, let me ask you because you met me. It's kind of two separate meeting points. You had when I came over on Monday for the Queen Supreme Court show, which at that point me and you hadn't communicated personally at all.
Yeah, so that's why I said when you came through, I was looking at you like, girl, who is this?
Right.
Girl, who is her?
Versus Thursday would have been different. That was the first day that we ever was around each other. When I came to do the first cooking show, that's when me and you finally, you was watching that beat. That's when me and you finally was in the kitchen together and we was prepping and all of the other shit.
See, David is a Gemini and I'm a Cancer. So, but at first I was just, because I'm very skeptical when people come around TS because she don't let a lot of bitches in her circle. And that's just me being on her for a very long time. So when she let bitches in her circle, I'm looking at her like, girl, you okay, girl? You ain't got no fever, girl?
I don't think they stink.
I don't give a fuck. What you doing?
I don't hear about you doing this, little mama.
What I heard?
Let her live. Why I want to kill her? Go ahead, little mama.
Girl, we out here playing Dodge Miss DP. But what's she at?
Right there. She ain't gonna do nothing. What she gonna do? You just giving her something to do. Now she just fucking with you because she's bored.
If you squat her and squish her, you won't have to have this problem. I can't do the lie and being random, being chased by a B girl.
Now we found out we got the wrong motherfucking B in that whole deuce thing, and we done squatted and tried to squish that bitch, and she come over here and give us a mean one. And we got
that's why you should squish her. And
let her live. Just let her go live her life.
Girl.
Stop trying to kill stuff.
Oh, she's going back in her thinking.
Yeah, that's it. Let her go home.
Girl, but like I was saying, we got me chasing a bunch of beef out there attacking me and shit. But yeah, so she don't like a lot of bitches in her circle. So I was like, girl, you alright? And then you start coming around. So what's this thing?
You still think I'm shady?
I just know who you are.
Who am I?
I know you kind of keep your shit on the hush hush. You don't like holding your business.
I don't like people.
So, yeah, you know, when you watch people, when you done been around, because I've been around a long time. Like, you know, I'm an old hoe. I just look young. So I've been around
So what you think of me and Maddie relationship?
your relationship as in,
you think we're good for one another?
like as in, it's too much wilderness shit going on. Spiders, storm crosses, bees.
Tanya.
Right. But you said, do I think, what type of relationship?
Our relationship.
Because everybody think y'all really are in a serious.
I didn't ask you nothing crazy. I said, what do you think of our relationship?
I'm just
whatever that is. What do you think of?
I don't be in hoes business.
I didn't ask you that. That's not what I asked you.
I don't care about
it. You think we're good for one another?
Yeah.
You're talking about this. I asked you that because you talked about being protective of who comes around and who she lets in. So
well, I'm just saying I don't know you.
So what I'm saying is, how do you feel after feeling that way initially, and me now being around for the last 2 years and seeing how we interact and we people, you know, when somebody come around my friend, I learn whether I feel like watch this bitch or okay, I
that's
actually
why I said,
like this person for
yeah. That's why I was getting to that. That's why I just said since we was spilling the tea, I was like, well, girl, if you talk about this, and we tell you how it was in the beginning, but now it's different. It's not like that anymore. And first, it's you know, I'm always feel like that. That's just it. She don't like hoes around her, and you know, I don't know who she. I don't scream who she talks to on the phone unless she say, well, girl, you know, unless she's feeling to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Y'all have any questions y'all want to ask either of us? Anything y'all curious about?
Yeah, you can switch to me. I'm like the little girl out there.
We're not gonna kill this bee.
And I'm terrified of the bees. My daddy would have killed the bees.
I'm pro-life.
What's wrong?
Well, I'm talking about not abortion. I'm pro-choice for abortion.
But yeah, what happened with this man?
What was that? Was the question?
Yeah, does anybody like All American? Do you watch All American?
What is that?
It's a TV thingy. It's a TV Netflix series about a boy.
I haven't seen that show.
You need to watch it.
I really can't comment. Like, He's clearly seen it.
It's good. I think everybody should watch it. He just switched to me. Funny.
I don't want to kill that beast.
I just need her to be spoiled.
No. I don't like doing that.
See, that's why we two different kind of people.
Yeah, I'm real.
See,
like,
the girl in me would have switched her because I ain't got time for her to be. And see, the nigga, he's like, boy, you need to be alone. Like, he ain't.
I'm just, I'm all team nature and the whole nine. And
I'm team nature too.
if something is a threat, then I'll kill it.
But if it's not, me, I ain't trying to
kill her.
I can't smoke and be around this beat because it's gonna blow me. Because my whole intention is on this beat.
Well, look, you happen to live on the earth, okay? So they're gonna be here.
But let's push it. But now that we at this point, and it's a great point, because you already growing, I'm learning from. And see, what I like to do when I get around people, I like to learn from them. You know what I'm saying? See some of the things that you do, or hear some of the things that you say, and see, can I apply it to my life? You know. So,
have you been able to learn anything from you?
Yeah, keep a house out my business. Because you, like you said, like you to yourself. So I really don't see you. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't see you unless I text you or hear you on the phone with Maddie. Like I don't really. Like we text here and there, but it ain't. Cause I know you just be in your own little. You a visual, but you don't like being visual. Does that make any sense? Like you like to be seen, but you don't like to be seen. You don't like you like the hoes to be in, but you don't like the hoes to be seen.
I like to be seen when I know I'm not to be seen. I like to be seen when I hit live on my phone, not when I'm kicking back in some chill ass mode. So like that's how I am. Like Maddie can't call me randomly, and I'm in the house. She be like, "I'm on live," because I'm like, ah.
I know that.
So that's just how I am, because that's the private in me. I'm like, the Gemini in me is that I have many different modes. And even if, like, from you guys subscribing to me, I'm sure you're starting to figure that out. Like, I can come across as two different people, depending on what the video is. I can be this loud, outrageous, silly dude. I can be super serious and deep, and you get what I'm saying? So it depends on the space. Now, when I'm in my chill space, I'm on some kickback, quiet shit. I don't really have my personality turned up. I'm like inward. So if you call me, I ain't, bae right now. I'm like on some chill shit. So I gotta be in the mode. Or say I'm about to call you. We're gonna be on live. Like, all right. What's up, bae?
But yeah. See, I'm different. Just come down. I'm big. Like I always was made fun of. So I always just. Flamboyant.
Make sure they can hear you. Come over this way.
I was always flamboyant. Flamboyant.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always flamboyant. So like that's what I just learned to embrace my my sexuality and learn how to just move how I move and switch how I switch because I was already switching. Pretty much. So yeah.
Interestingly for me, I think that's what it's been over the last year, two.
What?
For me to come out of my shell required me to get comfortable around gays. Where some people might feel just like now they home, they can be comfortable.
Can you elaborate about the gay?
Yeah, because like, I feel like for a lot of people it's like this is where they feel comfortable because they are gay, But I feel like with my masculinity.
Your masculinity, and make sure you put the Q in masculinity.
What's that mean?
The clean and masculinity.
With my masculinity, like I feel like people label me, and they don't know that they are, or they don't even think of it that way, but they do. They make assumptions. It all plays into how they assume who I am is who I am. So I feel like when I'm walking into rooms, people make assumptions about me, and those assumptions corner me a lot of times, and that would give me anxiety in the environment. So I want to be inward and be quiet versus because
maybe just all in your head. Because
no, it's not. It's not.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
So when you were young, were you a faggoty gay or you was like a masculine gay?
I actually have an interesting story with that.
Come on.
When I was
A key with Chief says David chilling with his daughter is with a Z. His daughter.
no, but these are king conversations.
Mhm.
These are king conversations.
Oh.
Well, on my channel.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten there, but that's what they're called.
Oh, see these.
The conversation is the C is the K on the conversation. Get it? KVNG conversation. KONV.
Come on, man.
All my C's are V's.
This is what I
very,
wanted.
very Barty. You
This
know,
is what I finally
Barty
wanted.
A. Cardi.
I finally wanted it, and I finally got it.
But yeah, so when I was first off, let me say that I come from a family of all females, at least from my childhood, how it was. I had all sisters. I had 3 older sisters in a blended family. And then I was the 4th and youngest, the boy. And my mom's family, my dad wasn't real close with his extended family. My mom was. I come from a big family on my mom's side, but of all women. I have like 3 uncles in my entire family, and a woman full of like 50 or 60 people, like in my close family. And it's only 3 uncles. And none of the women were married. All they produced was girls. Out of every generation, it was only 2 boys born from each generation. So there are 6 total boys, 8 total boys now in my family, but we're only 4 during my entire life up until
So it was 4
So it
more.
was 4 boys.
And then,
I had 2 cousins that was 6 years older than me each. They was both 6 years older than me. I had a cousin that was 1 year older than me, and then it was me. And then I have family full of fucking women. So I start there. I grew up from a very young age around female influence. So mannerisms, conversations, the way that I joke, child please, or girl, that's what you hear, that's what you're gonna say. And when I got into like school, kindergarten, 1st grade, I started being told that I was gay. You gay. You gay. Started getting like, bullied and shit like that.
no, for real?
I was bullied.
Were you a chubby kid? Or you was always
skinny. I was always very skinny. So I was small, quote unquote,
No, they used to do you like that?
But I got bullied.
Oh
I think that's part of what makes me like not be what people think I am when they meet me. Like they think I'm just gonna be this arrogant dude whose nose is in the cloud because he's cute.
Oh, so that's why it goes back to what you. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. So I'm not that guy because I actually have the empathy of what does it feel like to not be accepted, or what does it feel like to be outcast by people. So even when I'm not the feminine gay, I have a perspective of my experience that felt like I identified with what that felt like and how that was to be treated. You know what I'm saying? Now for me, by the time I was getting into like 6th grade, my mom moved me out of Philadelphia school district. She moved me to the suburbs, to a very diverse environment. And there, I wasn't gay to them because it was skewed. You get what I'm saying? Gay in the city was you got to be hard, you got to sag your pants. I remember my girlfriend asked me why I didn't sag my pants, but that's not who my mom raised me to be. I was a pants on my waist.
Oh, so you had a girlfriend?
In my house. Oh yeah, like that was all of that. We'll go there too, but
oh my God, we'll say that later for I need to do this.
I'm bisexual. I identify that way, and I've always thoroughly been that way. And that's part of how even with like certain things, I was able to fool so many people.
So you ain't coochie too?
All right, we'll get there, but yeah, absolutely. But no, so anyway, so the bottom line was when I went over to this new school district in 6th grade, I had this acceptance from my male peers that I didn't unanimously have before.
Right.
I always was able to fit in by socializing. I was able to find a niche with my peers, but there would always be that 2 or 3 that still was looking at me funny.
Gay.
So going out into the suburbs now, I have.
When you come in the video, like and share,
like share the video, please, and subscribe. But
definitely
coming into this new environment, I had my first group of guy friends. You understand? Like it was a group that we were all friends, and it's a 6th grade up. And from having this new group and actually having a group of being accepted, I finally was around men because I didn't grow up around them. And I've always been the leader in my group with my cousin. My cousin was a year older than me, and I was the big cousin growing up. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't look up to him. in that way. So this was like
Give
now
me the tea, baby. Give me the
I
tea.
had
Give me the tea.
masculinity to learn from around me. I started to learn how to socialize with dudes and different things like that, and then naturally, for me, it just changed because now I was exposed. That's all it was. But that's how I see masculinity because of my experience is unique.
Right.
I know that where people are like, oh, you always been masculine. Yes, I am a naturally masculine man. Yes, I have my nature based off genetics was I was going to be alpha. You understand? However, it didn't mean that I was masculine in my demeanor because I wasn't exposed to it. That's all it is. So if you got these boys around a bunch of women, they might think they're feminine, and then being exposed to that environment, having access to what masculinity looks like during a developmental time, can have a big influence on who they develop into, or what they develop into, or their balance. Like, so for me, there is a duality in who I am, because in my adult world, from a teenager up, I was identified, you know, as a man and was treated, responded to regular. It was just a norm for me.
Yeah,
but I had the experience of being told from other males that I'm not their equal, that I'm less than them. I do have that experience in my youth, all the way up. You got to think, from understanding myself up until 11 years old, I thought I was effeminate. I was conscious of how I walked when I got around new dudes that was on the playground. And I got anxiety when we was about to play sports. And I played sports, but it wasn't about that. It was about being sized up. Or are you going to hear me talk and you going to text something I said and be like, what was that? You know what I'm saying? So it gave me anxiety the same way that somebody now as a gay adult might have these experiences. And then that's what I say when I say people are going to prejudge me when they meet me in my masculinity. They just know who I am and what spaces I walk in and what I don't understand about them, or how I see them because of how other masculine men treat feminine men in public spaces. And I'm not them because I feel like I've been you before. I'm just not now. You know, like, I get to hide behind my ability to blend, but I know what it's like not to.
That's
you
why
know?
To be honest, that's why I live for you.
Yeah.
I live for boys who could be like bitch. They can just squeeze. I wish I could squeeze, because I always told you I never wanted to be a family. I never wanted to be friends.
Yeah.
That was never my mindset to grow up, because I still wanted to be. Because I wanted to play football, look at the boys, but you know, I wanted to be one of those. I don't know how to say that.
No, I get it though.
So that's why
I think we all do, because because not to be like always. It's not a thing of like wanting to be because it's better. I think we all. It's like if you're a femme queen, who doesn't want to be one of the realest femme queens? We want to have the ability to enter spaces and just be taken at face value. That's it. And in the world we live in today, the only way to do that today, where we are, seems like to us by not being clockable. Because then you don't have to worry about somebody only treating you a certain way because of what they know. You get what I'm saying? You can just put that to the side for a minute. So having the option to do it, and then if you want to pick up your gay and be gay, you can. It is nice, you know. But so I empathize with people who can't, and I think that's what has made me. I really think all the things and that's why I tell people, like, people don't know me, and if you look at me, you'll be wrong. You'll look at everything externally and you're right what that means for who I am, and you don't know where I've been in life that will not make me that person. So I really try to advocate, and I say, why are you so portraying shit and, you know, all these other things that don't actually reflect you. You're not with one. So what is the real reason? You know what I'm saying? It's about seeing reflections of myself about being oppressed, seeing people who would be oppressed, or people who would be picked with, and knowing that I might look like the cool kid now. And if I protect you, it's influence I have over by being the cool kid and saying, don't fuck with them. You get what I'm saying? But I'm only being able to do that because I know who I used to be. I used to sit at that table and wish a cool kid would. You get what I'm saying? So I would never be the cool kid that, like, bumps you in the cafeteria. I want to be the cool kid that makes you feel like you cool enough to just be confident. Like, fuck what they think. That cool kid said I was cool.
That's why I always bought
through. Yeah.
That's why I always bought through. I always made sure, bitch, I was that girl. Bitch, no matter where I was.
Absolutely.
If I was in jail,
and pick somebody else up when you on the way.
And when I was in jail, like, just me always being slim, bitch, I always it was always some type of attraction to it.
Yeah.
Bitch, even when I went to jail, bitch, my first time going to jail, bitch. First time, 18 years old. Bitch, scared as a motherfucker. Bitch, scared. You hear me scared? The man seen me, bitch. He looking at me, I'm looking at him like, bro, what's the name?
Yeah.
Bitch, you know, like, bitch, scared. Like, so, but I always learn how to just be true to what you is and fuck a bitch. Because
Absolutely.
people gonna make fun of you. And your story is different. Like, yeah, because
I just
you,
in order
what
for
you did, what I thought, for me, you just absorb, you learn how to absorb your masculinity. And you just learn how to just, you know, like, do you.
absolutely.
Because even though I was around the boys, I still was, you know, bitch.
But see, I think for me, when I say I had to, it takes me like years to get comfortable, is I had to learn to escape what I know everybody's gonna assume I am, be who I am anyway, and show them who that is. Because for a moment, there's a period where it's gonna be confusing. Because now whatever they were thinking, they're confused about who is he. You get what I'm saying? So there's a moment where I feel like I'm watching people get into me now, because now they're figuring me out. And I had to get to a point where I didn't give a fuck during that space, and I continued to just be David in the room versus retreating.
There she got it.
Well,
You know, she's coming.
versus retreating into, you know, a shell and going inward because I feel like mechanical because I'm being eyeballed. But I think being around Maddie helped me a lot with that. Because all these concepts and things that I would think about as far as being in a public figure and being in the public eye that would give me anxiety, she would just take so straightforward that it started to be like a nature of mine to be straightforward about it. Like, it would be like, all right, I'm about to go do this interview. Like, all right, Travis, let me see, check your light real quick. Like, we're not overthinking any of the super shit. It's just like, of all the things that actually matter, and it's like, all right, go, come when you're done. And to treat it so regular just lets you keep calm. You know, it's just about keeping calm. So she's really helped me to keep calm. And then watching her, like, with people, like, how she could just hit a switch and allow herself to be there and be present. I've learned so much from that about allowing myself to stay natural in the room.
Is that my daddy?
But for sure.
But yeah, so that's why, I mean, I'm learning and I'm absorbing. That's why I say it was different. That's why I say I looked at you and I didn't know that happened to you, but since you said that, I was like, oh, yeah. I don't judge people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to get to know people. You know what I'm saying? I like to vibe, chill, see what you vibe, like ask you questions, talk to you, get to spend, you know, get to understand you because I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but it was great. So I had some other shit to ask you.
All right, what's up?
So while you absorbing that and you was going through your trans, you know, were you attracted to boys or you didn't?
I've been attracted to boys. It's almost as long as I've been attracted to women. At least I've known. I knew I was attracted to girls, like I always was, and that's why I say I was able to hide because I was the little boy that was always on somebody's daughter. Anybody's daughter with some long hair that was cute, David was in her face. I would be enamored by these girls from a young age to where it was comical to people. I had a girlfriend 4 years old. My dad was dating some girl, and he was like young too, fly dude. So he let me be his girl had a cute little girlfriend, a little daughter. So he like that's your girlfriend. So I always like naturally played into this role. So yeah, that was always a thing. But by the time I was about
This Vigo, she wanna fight me, girl. This Vigo,
7.
Girl, back up, girl. Girl, this Vigo, let
I don't know why
you.
I don't be moving. I don't get bothered. It's all your movement makes me be like, what's going on over there?
She just keep running up on me, girl. I want to fight this V.
But no, 7, I knew that I was like, and I didn't label it then, because nobody made me label it. And that's the truth about sexuality. You don't have to label it until someone tries to box you into a category. Then you start to try to see yourself through what they said you are.
Right.
But I remember that I just like both.
Like and share, y'all. Like and share and subscribe.
It was just, to me at that age, it was just being sexual. I really didn't decipher yet the male from the female. I just knew I was being sexual.
Cool.
I knew I wasn't supposed to be doing that, so that was the taboo to it. But
so in this combination, when you were a young teeny bopper
mhm,
and you were in school, like did you have any boyfriends and girlfriends at the same time?
I didn't have boyfriends.
Or you didn't have boyfriends?
See, I didn't think that far into that part of my sexuality.
But I listen, and we being school, not even boyfriends, like boys that, because now I call them boyfriends. That's why. Because when I was little, I told you my femininity always got me like.
I wasn't that. See, for me, like, there were people I had crushes on in my brain, but I've always been, and that's part of why, like, I'm the dude that like really don't be dealing with a whole lot of DL type dudes, or like, unless they're straightforward. I'm not the one that invites you over to play video games and like drags it to try to find out what you are. I'm very like, you gonna either put it out there. I'm not taking my time doing that. So I've always been the one that like, if we was homies, we were homies. I wasn't gonna see. I didn't care. I don't care if I thought she was cute, if the ass was fat, whatever. Maybe one night we sleep, I might just like lay with my leg on it or something, and that was all I ever did. But I wasn't ever gonna like cross that thing and be like the one where it's like, hey yo, you a faggot? Like, what's up with that shit? What the fuck you? I never wanted to feel like that ever, and I don't. So I never put myself in positions where somebody can like snap out and make me feel like, I don't like somebody that look like me and I feel equivalent to be able to make me feel like I'm so weird or different from them. And like, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck, bro? You know, I wouldn't. Nah, you're not gonna do that to me, homie. So if you never was like, hey, bro, look, don't tell nobody, but I think you find the shit.
Yeah, let me think.
Then nah.
What's that? I see me. I ain't never. Well, it was like, like. But you know, it was just like, it didn't do that.
So you tried the kids before?
Okay. See, this is a key session. I can't explain.
I mean, I used to try. Well, me and my friends used to try each other. Like, we used to try young. We used to just do stuff. But once I'm in middle school, high school, I wasn't touching nobody. But you was trying to see what you could.
Baby, so it was just okay. I want y'all to understand. I'm just gonna explain this point. I want y'all to catch on. Okay.
I mean, listen, baby, tell a story.
You motherfucker know. So, once upon a time, not long ago.
You was a hoe?
And I don't give a fuck. No, I was in jail, and I was in jail with this, this man.
Okay.
Well, he was this boy. I liked the boy or whatever. We was in jail together. I liked his vibe. Like I liked his whole era. Boom. So we got out, we linked up, and one day we had threw a Halloween party at my god sister's house in Latonia, like a couple of years ago. Like it was like 2013. Like in the
he was grown.
Yeah, I was grown.
Okay.
We had threw a Halloween party.
This don't count. But go ahead, tell the story anyway.
Because you is gonna die in the story. This is the key section. So, and I'm doing this with you because I ain't gonna do. So bitch, listen.
Why you say you? Because you ain't had nothing to do.
Because I ain't got nothing to do. Bitch, so we at the party. So bitch, at this point, I picked them up. At the end of the day, I knew what I came to do. Okay, this is. In my mind, I thought, he was the one for me. For real, I'm just. Okay. In my mind, I just thought he was my everything. We linked up after shit, like, we done vibed a couple times, bitch, my mother, something to get my money, so. I keep going, this is good work. I'm trying to get my motherfucking money, bitch. You got me fucked up, girl. Okay. So we're at the party, girl. We get to the party, girl. He's wrong, so he's like, take me to the bathroom. So, no, wait. No, this is after, so he's wrong. He's aggressive. Him and my sister and my god sister got into it, and my god sister boyfriend was like, hey, what's going on? So before I took him home, he was like, take me to the bathroom. No, we was outside, and he was just shoving me. And as he's shoving me, he is hitting me on my booty. He says, damn, why your booty so fat like this? Bitch, mind you, bitch, I am brick. because he was, you know, he was very like masculine, like so. Bitch, I'm like, girl, what is this girl? Mama? He is shoving me like really aggressively, like doing all of that. So you know, it's like candy start falling over here, girl. This man, I'm like, girl. But before, like I was going upstairs and he started. No, I was walking out the house. So he said, stuck in my boot. Like, why your boot? I'm like, girl, what is? What's the thing, mama? Like, when we get outside, girl, she just shoving me into my car door. I'm like, girl, all this testosterone, girl, you got me excited, girl. So get her home, put her in the house, girl. She fall asleep right there in the back seat, girl. Well, I mean, dead seat. So I'm trying to wake Fish up. I'm trying to wake her up, like, girl. Like, girl, hello, girl.
Wait. Where we going?
Bitch, wait. Okay, so.
Alright.
So I get her out of the house, girl. I throw her on the house. But she is drunk, mama. Like, out of it. I'm like, girl, I can't carry her. Like, girl, this her is. And she little, but she heavy, because she like.
It's dead body weight.
A big slump. So I finally get her out of the house, girl. Finally get her to the stairway. Up the stairs, girl. She's not walking at this point. So, girl, eat skin, girl. I'm just. Girl, just dragging her, girl. It took a second slow. It wasn't that many stairs, but it's just me just lifting her and trying to, you know, still get her up. And, girl, so at this point, girl, her, you know, her hands, they start coming down. It's me dragging up the stairs. Girl, her pants start coming down. It's me dragging up her, you know, dragging her up the stairs. So I finally got her to the last step, girl. So I finally got her to the last step. So once I finally got her to the last step, girl, I opened the stove-piece, girl. So as I opened the stove-piece, well, you know, I just put her ass on the fuck, girl. Bitch, at this point, bitch, that little girl get up here with some tired. So she was, you know, not right. So I went in there, you know, washed myself off because I was sweating. Cause I was in the...
Now you said that you mentioned, let's go back. Let us
follow me, camera.
Let's all our viewers make sure we have a complete visual of exactly what the scene looks like. And you said when you was taking him up some stairs that his pants was falling down. So did you continue to drag him? Did they continue to come further and further down? Was it a full frontal at this point?
At this point, they was beat. So, you know.
Was his box?
He had on boxers.
Were they still up?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was no, you weren't seeing anything.
Not, but you know how you.
But it was just sad.
It was.
Okay, all right, just clarification now. All right, so when you washed your face and.
Of course, she was asleep.
Okay.
Girl, so baby, you okay? Because I left her. You know, it's pretty much, you know, how she was. Girl, and it was just peaking. Like, it was, you know, it had got to the point that it just looked, you know, and I just said, you know what? If I did all this work, girl, I might as well just go ahead to get me a little. And that was it. And I just left her. And I
did she sleep through it?
Yeah. And I continued to go. I left. You know, went back to the party.
Did the boy ever say anything to you about it? No?
But I think in his mind he knew what happened.
Or did you R. Kelly this man?
I just don't know, bitch. Don't cook that hoe.
I think you just told us that you R. Kelly.
No, I did not.
I think this man was dead, unconscious.
No, he was not.
You munched this unconscious man. I think you munched it.
You can't tell how she is.
It's a level 3 effect.
No, that was not, girl. I mean, girl, I did all this work. But okay, so back to when he was hitting me on my butt, and he was pushing me and telling me why my booty so jiggy like a girl. Oh, bitch, I forgot to tell you. So bitch, when I took him upstairs,
why you keep hitting on me?
I'm sorry. Let me stop.
See, you bringing out the frame.
Now you don't want to move though, right? I told you to be in killer hoe.
I mean, when there's 3 of them hoes just moving up at once.
So when we get there, so mind you, when I told you I had drugs, I took him upstairs to the bathroom. They're probably trying to make it. Fuck.
Go the other way and fuck, bro. Cause
mind you, when I tried to move, I can't see.
no, I'm trying to move from
No.
whatever.
Mind you, when I said I took him upstairs to use the bathroom at my sister-in-law's house. I mean, my god sister's house.
I'm gonna roll up again.
No, I need you because I need to.
I'm coming out here to roll up.
Oh. So, like I said, when I took him to my motherfucking, took him upstairs to my sister-in-law's house. Hey, what's up, baby? When I took him upstairs to use the bathroom, bitch, mind you, bitch, we in the bathroom. Because mind you, I told you he done did all that outside, bitch. I'm all excited and horny, girl. So mind you, bitch, when he done did all of that and I'm all excited and horny, girl, we get in the bathroom, so bitch, he pull it out, bitch, I just grabbed it. Bitch, wait.
This is when he was.
Don't close it.
This when he was gripping and pulling on you.
Yeah, when we took him upstairs. Remember I told you I had took him upstairs because he said he had to use the bathroom. I forgot that little piece of the story. I was like, yeah, it ain't come together.
Where my little paper at?
It ain't come together. So, girl, I had took him upstairs or whatever, girl. But when I had took him upstairs to use the bathroom, bitch, he pulled it out, I just grabbed it.
He was conscious at this point.
No, he was well awakened. But when I clipped in,
Wait, so when you grabbed it, what'd he do?
He's like, man, nah, man.
All right.
I'm like, girl, you done got me all worked up and excited, girl. I'm on this motherfucking good.
But he knew what you wanted, but he just was telling you to chill. Okay. So, well, you just...
girl, don't play with me, girl. Girl. But you done got me excited, girl. Girl.
This is that real raping.
No.
You done brought me up here. You gonna give me some of this pussy now.
Girl, no ma'am. Girl, you done got me all excited. You done hit me on
some of this good
head. You done hit me on these good cakes. You done got, bitch, at this point, I told you, bitch, my panties was full. Bitch, I was brick. I'm like, baby, if you only...
Yo, it's you saying my panties was full, it's sending me, bro. It's sending me. My panties was full. She called me? That's Miss Mary?
No, you know your girlfriend. Right. So, bitch, my panties was full at this
You called me, babe?
My panties was full. Like, bitch, I was on bread. Like, you can't be teasing me like that. So, bitch, I don't... No?
I don't think she called me.
Close the door. Bitch, you done got me all excited. You done work me up, bitch. No, man, don't play with me like that. And I was already feeling you from the penthouse.
So you just took it.
I ain't take it.
You took it.
And when we got in the bathroom?
No. You took it when she was stretched out on that stuff.
Girl, because at this point, girl, it was just there, and it was just peeking.
By a show of hands.
Girl, here you go. Don't make me sound like a racist, baby. Don't do this.
How many of y'all feel like Chi-Chi took it?
Oh, my God.
Do you feel like it was presented to him and he was giving it, or do you feel like he took it?
Girl, I ain't say nothing.
If you feel like he was giving it, right, giving. If you feel like he took it, right, taking.
So
I don't know. I think you might have,
So what? Okay, listen to me. If you was in my shoes,
I mean, I might have took it.
You had to.
I might have took it. I'm not saying I wouldn't have, but I'm letting you know what that is. Okay, now I'd have just quietly been like, wait a minute, now this might have been, you gonna reason with yourself about how he knew what was going on.
He took. Oh, I took it.
You gonna tell yourself that he slightly was awake?
Yes, he was, girl.
He knew I was sucking his dick.
He did.
He had to know. But I think that man was asleep.
No, bitch, because we touched the next
I think that man. I think from the time you washed your face, sucked his dick, and went and clean yourself off, he was in the same spot. He ain't move an inch.
Oh, he did move a little bit.
How you left him inside? You got back.
You and Nancy, bitch. He did. No, that is not true, baby. That is not true, girl. He did move, girl. He talked to her.
And they told you when he was awake. You drug that bitch. You drug that bitch just 2 flights of steps.
Yeah, this is aggressive.
Put that hoe on the floor and got yours. Okay.
Don't do that.
I'm screaming at the comments. They said you put a... They say he put a Harvey Weinstein.
You are so stupid.
Hey Corey. They said he took it. Somebody said mutual consent.
It was at this point. If I done drugs,
Mind you, CT Insurance Agency said it was consent, so you know it was consensual.
Right. He knew what was going on.
I mean, he was knocked out.
No, he was not, David.
He knew very well what she was. He said that the man knew.
Because when we went in the bathroom,
so he might have been playing sleep, huh? You think he acted a little drunker than he was? So he can get that guilt-free dick suck? Because he ain't never got to tell his homies, I ain't let that nigga suck my dick. When? You know? But I think he got him a guilt-free
I liked him. Like, I really like, I vibe with him.
He knew you liked him.
Right.
You know, these niggas be known.
So I'm like, what you're not going to do, girl, you're not going to do.
Them niggas be like, hey, look,
first of all,
I'm about 3 boroughs over, right? I don't got no car. You feel like you can pick me up, homie? I can get you. They be knowing what the fuck be going on. Yeah, I got this little faggot on me. He like me, whatever. He gonna come get me. Yeah, like they be knowing what they be doing.
So at the end of the day, like, you don't put my emotions like that. Girl, I got all this work, girl.
You earned it, You earned it.
But I ain't.
You took it.
But
you earned it.
Sometimes you gotta take what you earn, ho. Fuck you. But listen, like, I liked him or whatever, and because I was really intrigued. Like, he was. Like, in my mind, like, if I was real fish, in my mind, like, yeah, be a little piece of trailer I'd be flying with. Because, see, in my mind, I think I'm real fish. I just live a good, clean life.
You know, I do have a story.
But, David, when I tell you, and then, like, if it would have got potential, now, see, if it would have grew a little bit, I'd be like, oh, girl, I'm down here doing the nasty, I'm doing the nasty devastation on it, because I was real hungry. Mm-hmm. But, girl, he ain't grow, so I was like, well, you know what, I just did this. I was like,
so because I'm not really the I'm not the plotting type. I ain't really come across.
So you said I plotted?
I'm not saying that.
No, what the fuck are you saying? Oh.
I didn't say that. All I'm saying is what I said. I ain't really the type to plot. So I haven't really I ain't seized the moment when I saw a moment when I thought, oh, this might be a deal, nigga. I ain't do it. But I had this one situation that fell in my lap, right?
Do you care to explain your situation?
Oh, I'm finna explain it.
Oh, go ahead.
It's a good one. So, I was like 20, right? I had this friend, she thought I was straight. She lived next door to me. She kind of liked me. We was good friends.
Oh, it's fish?
Yeah.
Oh, girl, I thought she was...
No, wait, it's gonna go there.
Girl, I don't hear about fish stories, girl. Anybody can fuck fish.
She had this weed man.
You in the weed man?
She had this weed man. Listen. This weed man. And he was cute. Slim dude, handsome, very masculine. Hood nigga, but like a hood nigga that can actually hold a conversation. Mm-hmm. You know? Like in a different world, he probably would have went to college. Like nigga. So.
Go ahead, explain your story.
Eventually, he would stop by, whatever, holler at her homegirls, whatever. He was cool. He never been, but that ass straight dude, straight, no vibes for me. I started getting weed from him. He was cool as fuck with me though. Felt like, now she thought I was straight, but for whatever reason, I felt like he was caught something. I couldn't explain. But he was too cool with me. He would ask me too many questions all the time about my girl, like what you get your girl for Valentine's Day.
She was right.
Whenever I would get in his car to grab the weed, he would create some way for it to be a longer conversation than just a weed exchange. Okay. But never making it gay. Like it would just be like, yo, what you get your shorty for Valentine's Day, man? I couldn't find shit. But it would always be one. Like we always ended up vibing. So it was like, oh, he cool as fuck. Like my weed man, mad cool. Never thought nothing. Right?
Girl, come on, go elaborate, girl.
Now, here I am. Now this is, I'm telling you, it started at 20, right? So it's 3 years now. And I'm 23, right?
Okay, and you had 3 years.
3 years.
I'm hoping you're 23.
Yeah.
If he was 20.
So I'm on Jack now, right? On Jack.
Girl, no.
And I'm talking to somebody.
Oh, you got 20%. Come on, you gotta.
I'm talking to somebody, right? Mm-hmm. And they talking to me. And I haven't shown him my pictures yet. And he like, yeah, he on a low, whatever. Cool. I'm discreet, no problem, whatever. He sent his pictures.
DPK.
It's the dude.
I know.
It's the drug, the nigga I'm buying. So I'm like, what? Like, this is fake. But then I'm like, well, why would they have his pictures? Where did this? So I'm like, hold on. Let me just. So I send my real pictures back just to see if he like spook. He don't spook. So I'm like, all right. Like, this is 90% a catfish, but I'm gonna just see. So we made plans to meet that night, and I'm like, all right, this can't be happening. Mind you, this is the night I remember. Matter of fact, yeah, I was 23. It's the night of my 5-year high school anniversary. So I go to the high school anniversary. I'm talking to him throughout the night, and we're supposed to meet when it's over. So when we finally supposed to meet, I'm like at my door. He's walking up. It's him. It's really him. This nigga I've known for 3 years now. Been buying weed from, thought was fine as fuck, but always thought was mad fucking straight. And this is really him. And he saw my picture, so he know who he coming to see. So I'm like, oh shit. So he comes up, kick it, like, so when we finally had a conversation, I'm like, you like knew that was me when I took the picture, So he like, yeah, that's all I was like, fine, but you know, like, I'm, trapping with your shorty, I'm in love, whatever. So we messed around. I like, ate his butt, and I tried to fuck him. It didn't exactly work because we had some trade issues where like you don't know how to clean yourself, and we ain't ready to.
So was it a verse session? It was just.
No, it wasn't. I wasn't. See, at that age, I wasn't even like thinking like that. We wasn't versing nothing. I was just.
So you was just a top.
I was some pokey, yeah.
Well,
because of the fact that I was attracted to his masculinity, I was willing to like be oral with him. Like so we had that level of versatility. Nah, I didn't want. Let's not even like lean like that because like I don't even like where that energy gonna go. And you'd be like, come on, let me hit. Like now we're really too far. Like so nah, I wasn't like that. But from there, like we actually started messing around because it was like he exposed himself to me. So like now, like he made a call. Like I'm gonna let this nigga know what's up. Like so it stuck. So I started messing around with him, and I would like smash him off from time to time, and it was a thing for a while. But then the only thing was he had like straight nigga shit going. Like straight niggas let themselves go. Like they get like one bad winter of trapping and not eating right, and then you're like whoa. So he got a bad body because I told you he was a slim nigga, and then like his stomach grew faster than the rest of his body, and I was like, I don't know, Sean, like you kind of falling off. So it kind of trailed off, and then I started coming to Atlanta and shit. And I just left my Philly life behind. But yeah,
something was good, David. Oh my God.
And I have my only other real good DL story.
That I ain't got.
That one.
I ain't got no part.
But that's actually I love her. No, I know you do. That's actually, and I stand by that. It's a beautiful story. Even though everything wasn't perfect in that situation, that was still a blessing because I was new to Atlanta and I happened to meet this dude that really was what he said he was and was like a thorough ass nigga, but at the same time was accepting of who I was. Like I ain't have to hide none of that shit from him. Was like mad there for me in whatever ways I needed him to be. So that was it was dope for what it was. But that would be my only other,
That's good. I love this, Dave. Make sure you save, like, and share.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe.
And you need to save this and upload this.
And I will save this and upload this to my other platforms.
And break pieces of it and put it on
my Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, tag me in it so we can share it. Because this was a great conversation. You see, when I do my key session, because that's on my platform, I call it a key session. This is the conversations that I have like this, just like yours. You know what I'm saying? Open, having shit like this, and I just make it comical because I feel like everybody needs a little laugh, a little ha ha ha. Everybody needs a little key, so that's why I call it a key with you. Everybody loves my laugh,
and everybody loves my laugh, so
why not try to make a little?
This is gonna be the best blunt.
It is.
Yeah. I can see it. I got like this, and the
can
paper.
You kill the bee daddy?
No, we're not gonna kill no bees out there.
But yeah, I finally got a chance to chill with my dad, y'all. I'm just so excited. But I can't really get into it because these motherfuckers put their V's out here. And if I had on any shoes at this point, some bitches would have been gone a long time ago.
Have you ever had sex with a girl?
No.
You ever do anything?
I got my penis stuck at 21.
Did you come?
It was just because all the boys was doing it. And
Did you come?
Can you listen to what the fuck I'm doing? You listening?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't last that long.
Okay.
It was just because all the boys was doing it. And, you feel me? Like, all the boys was in there doing this. I was like, I should go ahead and just...
Let me go in here and get my dick.
Let me see what the boys are doing, because I'm looking at the boys. You want to see what the boys do. Right. I don't want to see this. This can't do nothing for me. I ate cooch once. I ate cooch when I was younger. Like an elementary school.
You are
the older girl.
So I want to... Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to finish first?
I want to see can I have an experience with a trans woman.
I had one.
That's what. And I
the one I had was actually lit. But
go ahead.
She was like,
you was because you said you had something else to say.
I did. That's separate though.
Oh, well, say that. What you said was that?
I can't say their names, but I had like these weird experiences with two friends of mine. That both of them, when they found out about my sexuality publicly, there was a thing in 12th grade where like there was a thing that happened at school that told on me. Yeah, I had like one of those like traumatic things. Like it was this boy I was sneaking around with in 12th grade. He had just moved to my school from Atlanta, right? Very cute, but masculine enough to hide. Had little waves, but they were little enough that he could hide and just say he was like him. You know, and I actually introduced him to some of the girls I knew from the school. They became cool. He started dating one of the girls. After they stopped dating, me and him, I had realized he had a BGC. I saw it up on his phone one day, and I knew like I can clock him now. Like, and I told him that was the first time I had ever like had to remember I'm not that guy, but I had proof to know he wasn't gonna hide and be like, what the fuck you talking about? So he let me in. From that point, we started sneaking with each other because he was cute, and I actually knew he was gay. So, what happened was when I broke up with him.
Oh, that was some whole
because what happened was, I started dating him.
Hold on. And it's going to be part 2 to this on the Key with Chi, okay? So I'm just warning y'all, it's going to be a part 2. So just be looking at.
We're never short on things to talk about.
No, you know, because this is sickening. But your phone is in the guy.
No, we're gonna drag this whole Tushy chat.
Right. Is it gonna save and upload if your phone dies?
I mean, I'm gonna make sure it don't. We're gonna know when we get to 10%.
Right.
And what we can do in the meantime is turn the backlight down because we don't need to stare at ourselves on full brightness.
So.
But,
like I was saying.
Okay, so I was saying.
Oh, you want to say?
So all right, so what was I saying?
About the boys you was there with and moved to your school.
Okay. So I'm telling you how I got put out there first. So when I broke up with him because we was both supposed to be DL, and once he started falling for me, it seemed like all his DL shit he stopped caring way too easy about whether people knew or not. Like he was coming to the cafeteria, sitting in the seat next to me versus sitting in the seat over, and that's shit that straight boys don't do. Like when we come sit down with each other, we leave a seat space and we talk to each other from a seat away. Just like it was old-fashioned straight shit. You know, like this is 2008, 7. You know what I'm saying? So we're not doing that. Like you're not blowing me up in the cafeteria, bitch. No. Like I dated some of these bitches in here. Like you're not gonna do me like that. Not right now.
Was y'all hunching at this time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why
I started hunching boys at 15, 16.
But see, that's why you was probably.
But this is 17. At this point, I done had a summer of meeting gay people and like knowing some gays and like I had some confidence behind me. But at the same time, we was doing this because we was both on the low. This is what this started from. This is why it was a good idea.
Well, I'm telling you.
But now you're acting real out. So get your ass a seat away from me, homie. Because my friends is looking at us real weird right now. And I'm just acting like I don't see their ass, but you are making me very uncomfortable. So this is what it started to be. So after, you know, at that age, like any guy who had that masculine experience coming out will agree with me that at that age, my insecurity and my sexuality will trump how much I like you every time. if you play on that insecurity, it will make me not like you anymore because I'm not healed within myself yet. I ain't get there. So me feeling like that, it made me not like him because it's like you are clocking me all the time. So I ain't like him no more. So from that point, I broke up with him, and then he told, mind you, I told you I introduced him to this group of girls as my straight homie. He dated one of the bitches for months, and he had the confidence to be like, from them still thinking he's straight. Okay, the bitch he was dating friends to go to them and say, me and David was going together.
Yeah, fuck you up.
Me and David, I'm giving you all the body language. Me and David was going together, and he broke up with me. Yep, he's a faggot. Yep.
Yeah, working with
and I come to the cafeteria, and like, mind y'all, we'll talk about this on another time. We'll say that for the chief. I've been through another scandal because I done cut up with a boy in 10th grade at this point, and that little faggot said something. However, I damage controlled the fuck out of that, and because I wasn't clocky, they didn't believe it. Once I convinced them and played it off enough, they was like, oh, it never happened. It became a thing that, to this day, my people from my school think that never happened. And I'm telling y'all today, that boy did suck my dick in 10th grade. But y'all wasn't going to clock me in 10th grade. I wasn't ready for all of that. Okay? So I did what I had to do.
Hurry up and get back to the session. Now, hurry up.
Now, okay, so from there, boom. Now, I had 2 specific friends, well, 3, but there are 2 of them specifically that gave me a lot for coming out. I distanced myself from all my friends when I got clocked because I had rejection issues, and I'd rather push away than y'all all decide to let me know whether or not you were going to reject me. Still regret that. Save that for that too. But nonetheless, I did. But these 2 specific people gave me a lot.
Oh, let me give you a lot. When you were your friend guy was doing what I was doing, it was so good, sweet, and moist. Whatever y'all was doing, he had got hooked. So he hooked on.
Well, you know what we was doing. Who was good, sweet, and moist? If I was,
I know that.
Oh, okay, that's that point. It wasn't only he was getting done up. He was getting run up, done up. Okay, and all that getting run up and done up was fucking with his brain. His head was in the clouds, and I needed him to come back down to earth and to the reality that we are in high school, nigga, and these niggas think we is straight. And you're clocking me.
But his mind, he was already gone.
He was playing. He was lying about something. He wasn't protecting as much of high and nothing as much as he said he was. That was what brought the whole thing. He already was out. He was out in Atlanta and came here, and we thought he was straight for a little minute. And he played and ran with that. But they said, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna be out here too.
Oh, that was the thing. That was the thing. Hey y'all, what's up?
So. Now, those 2 friends, I only brought that whole situation up and went here to say, of all the people that gave me grief, the 2 people who gave me the most grief, out of 3, 2 of them did weird shit with me. The one homie who actually, and I can't tell you the name, but went to I can't say that because he might connect the dots. They became a professional athlete and a professional athlete, okay? But this person was always like that person for me that I secretly, that bromance person, because we were extremely close. But he was always built like a grown-up from like 9th grade. Like, he was a grade younger than me, but he was always built, chest, back, legs, ass, whoop, 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 like a grown man. So we used to wrestle, and that's just what was weird with him. Actually, there's another person who was white. The third one was white. He played baseball.
Hurry up, man.
But we used to wrestle, and when we would wrestle...
Oh, we had 10.
Okay. When we would wrestle, I would get hard.
Ooh, yeah.
And I swear he knew I was hard, and we was hard. And that was like our way of being gay together. But we also would sleep. So I slept, and both these people, I slept in the bed with them and facing the same. We would sleep under the same covers and everything. Very, very like romance relationships, but like with little weird things. The other person had the more weird stuff in it, right? It was a little weirder because me and this person. Now, granted, that other person, the athlete, was a year younger than me, and when we were in middle school together, he always kind of looked up to me in some weird way. Then when we got to high school, we became real friends. We just rode the bus in middle school together. We ain't have class together. You know how middle school is different. High school, we started actually kicking and became real friends. Now, the other person was in my grade. and we had been friends since 6th grade, close friends since 6th grade. So when we were always sleeping in the bed together, under the covers together, and I didn't think as much of that. However, there was this one time in 10th grade where we had a half day at school, and we came back to my other friend's house who was rich, right? And we was watching a movie. And when we was watching this movie, my other friend, he was African. He wasn't down there with us. It was just us and his little theater. And we had our feet, and we were rubbing our feet together through the whole movie. And it was so erotic for me. Like, it was a sexual experience for me. Like, it was homoerotic. Like, we was rubbing, like, intensely rubbing. But that's all we were doing. Like, it's so, like, mellow gay. Like, it's some simple ass shit. But for, like, at that age, it was sending me. Like, oh my, because this is my straight friend that he built. Like, we both built. I'm skinnier than him. But we had nice bodies. We're athletes. We played football. We so bromancy. And it was like, what's happening? But we did it for the whole movie. This movie was 2 hours. We did it the whole movie. Was rubbing legs with each other and shit. And we never discussed it. Ever. It never was a thing. We never looked at each other funny about it. We never made eyes at each other after this. It just happened and then went away. So then there was this other time that when we did sit together, like, his ass was out. Not like bare, but like tooted up. Like he was on his stomach asleep, but it was just like presented to me. Like it was just real, like, you know. But baby was like, baby, you over there looking like Christmas. Bitch, I'm about to give you a present. It was like that. So I just was like, I remember that I did like feel on his butt. And I did it slowly just to see, like, and I would nudge to see if he moved. But he was paying attention. Like, either he really slept this hard, he wasn't asleep. But I rubbed on his butt, and I jerked off in bed, like touching on his butt. I was probably 16 when this happened. But then he moved away. Okay? So when the tea broke, none of these people were at school with me. The one friend who ended up going to the NFL, that ended up girl. That friend, the athlete friend, had went away. He had like something. He got in trouble for something. This is what ended up leading to him being sound pro, because he ended up getting sent to a military school that got him in with football. But anyway, I'm doing the live, baby. Babe, you was talking about doing 17 productions before it was time for me to film. Okay. You got Beyond the Bench commercials to do.
I'm finished.
Okay. Well, we had a real good YouTube. You said you need to get up on my YouTube, so we did a real good YouTube.
Yeah, that's
video.
cute, but we also got to do another Beyond the Bench and all this stuff to carry on.
Well, you know, I mean, I don't got to go in hair and makeup, eh?
Well, I know you're gonna pull it.
I gotta put a shirt on and hit my hairline. You saw how fast that was.
Well, you could have been. I did that.
I was doing a YouTube live.
Girl, okay,
we working.
Listen, hey,
don't be over here bothering me now. But yeah,
come on.
So yeah, the bottom line was the people that reacted the hardest was the ones that I had these slight homoerotic experiences with.
And like I said, we will do a part 2, a key session with this, picking up this same video, okay?
All right, I hope y'all enjoyed this. It seemed like y'all did.
Shouldn't be.
He said Maddie shut this down.
Sure did. It sounds like, girl, can't do nothing.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm about to go get ready for Beyond the Bench and all my commercials, and I'm gonna save this and.
You can't save it. It's live on YouTube.
Well, you know, all that good shit. It's your friend King David. I was joined here with
Infamous T. Y'all already know.
That's right. And let me put this down for a second. You know how it goes. It's your friend King David. Have a blessed, positive, productive, and last but certainly not least, encouraged day. And I'll talk to you later. Deuces.
Yeah, so coronavirus.
Coronavirus. Shit getting real. I don't even know how to stop it. There we go. Oh, B trying to kill me. My God.